Welcome, everybody, to Will I Continue, where we break all anime rules. How we do that is by actually watching one episode of the first anime. First episode of the anime of the first season. We're gonna be judging it just like we judge your grandma's freshly baked apple pie. And if we just take a nibble of it, we're gonna throw it away if we don't like it. Screw the rest of it, right? It's pretty much how the show.
Throw away pie. You shut your mouth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, but this guy gets trying to get everybody the gist of what the show is about, basically. Generally anime, we just talk about, we watch at least 3 episodes. So we just give it three shows, kind of, because the first episode's kind of, building up to whatever you're doing. We're trying to go rundown of the characters and trying to get acclimated to what the show might be about. And then the third episode, by then, if you should know it, if you like it or not. But that's the reason why we're breaking all the rules. But yeah, just give you guys a little quick down on that. How was your week, man? We'll just kind of go into this. How was your week?
Dude, it's been all right, man. I got some cool stuff going on at work. Got to code some tools and
Sweet.
actually do fun work instead of the boring day-to-day stuff.
Dude, and
I was happy for the weekend to come though.
Yeah. Shoot, man. And I think if we could, I'd be awesome. I would love to just sit down and talk to you about the kind of stuff. I would love to learn more about Python.
Yeah, man, for sure. I would be happy to do it. Like, it helps me just to practice stuff because I'm not the most familiar person either. So the more I do it, the better I get.
For sure. Yeah, I mean that's with anything. But I mean, we're all tech. I won't say we're all tech geek. I'm a tech geek, but I'm learning more programming. Like I would be like, you're my role model, man. I want to grow up to be like you.
Yeah. It's a rough life, let me tell you.
Gotcha. Shoot, but yeah, I mean that's dude, Kuma Bear. What were your first thoughts of it?
Like I said, I was freaked out a little bit when you told me the name of it, so I had to go through that stage. And then I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. I'm definitely not gonna like it. So the odds were stacked against it from the start.
Uh-oh.
And then like that opening sequence where the kid runs into the Adventurers Guild or whatever and he's crying. Like it was just really sad. It was super sad. Like he was so scared and his whole village was in danger and he just needed someone to help him. And the Adventurers Guild was just like, no, we don't have anybody right now. Sorry. Everybody will just have to die. Like that was just super sad.
It makes it so dramatic. It's like, yeah. I mean, it did. I liked how it did open up because it just like busts open door. Help! My village is under attack by this. Was it a black viper? And I'm like,
oh yeah, black viper.
And they realize like, are you sure it's just a regular viper? No, it's a black viper. I'm like, what's the difference between black and vipers? It's like, well, get the color.
What she was like. She was like, well, yeah, it's eating cattle and humans whole, so I'm pretty sure it's a black viper.
It was. I don't know. It was
I don't want to live in a world where a black viper exists. Like, if you can definitively tell me that you can tell it's a black viper because it eats humans whole, I don't want to live in that area.
I know, right?
Why do these creatures exist?
Because I mean, at that point in time, like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of. Have you ever watched Fairy Tail?
No, you mentioned it to me. I have it written down actually in my anime notes.
Gotcha.
On my goal to becoming an anime nerd. We're gonna get there one day.
We get there one day, man. It just takes time. But no, I mean, it's kind of remind me like that. How has a guild and he runs to a guild for help. But yeah, it was pretty good. And a Fairy Tail is. But I love this sequence where he's like kind of freaking out and he can't get help because all the people are higher ranked adventurers, they were kind of like they're all out on a quest, and it was like, and he's like, oh, I need help, and nobody could help because they're all supposedly a lower rank adventure. But then we have and that's what threw me off, is like, what's the difference between a black viper and a regular viper? Because supposedly a black viper is the highest, I guess, ranked character or bad guy, I guess, in that world.
Everybody definitely acted like he was a big deal, man. Like all the adventurers were talking and they're like, there's no way I could do it. Like, heck no.
Yeah.
And then in comes walking this bear. And you're just like, okay, why is there a bear talking right now? And then it turns around and it's Yuma in the suit. I thought that was very clever.
Yeah.
Uh,
I so lost
we're
my
talking
train of thought.
about
So I was looking
when
at
we're
this
talking
stupid
about
stream.
Yuna's entrance when she comes in and like you just see
Yeah.
like the silhouette of a bear
Yeah. Okay. There
and
we go.
it's talking, and so you're
Yeah.
like, holy shit, is this bear talking? Like, is there going to be a talking bear in this anime? And then it
Yeah.
like pans the camera around and it's her in the bear suit.
That's right. Because the bear suit is what threw me off. Because I gotta admit, the bear suit's pretty cute. Makes her look cuter
It
than what it is.
is,
But
and
it's
like
like,
this is cutting ahead a little bit, but
yeah,
the summoned bears,
yeah.
they were just so freaking cute. That's all I could think about.
Oh my
But
gosh,
yeah,
yeah.
like at this time, like so like she comes in and starts talking about how she's got this.
Hmm.
And everybody's like, what is she talking about? So like
Hmm.
apparently she's not well known, like, low ranking or something.
Yeah,
And then like my first thought was I really hope that she turns into this like ferocious bear and just mauls
oh really?
this snake to death. That would be awesome.
That would have been good.
It didn't go there. It didn't go there, but that was the
Uh-uh.
first thought that crossed my mind.
I know, man. It's like, and everyone's like, oh, and even the kid who was in there was like, "Oh, you're gonna help me? What? You're
Yeah,
little,
everybody just talking smack.
you little low ranked person who wears a bear hoodie, a onesie.
Yeah.
You can help us."
I
I was
like
like,
I like that they recognize how corny it is in the show.
I know
It's almost like breaking the fourth wall. They're like, "Yeah, we know this looks corny, but just wait."
yeah, yeah. I, mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, when you see somebody and I didn't and we don't. I know what this whole anime is about. I did hear about this through recommendation or listen to feature anime podcast, which I listen to all the time, and just kind of watching this episode, you don't realize that it's really a game. This person's in a game, and there's person's playing this character, and this onesie is like an armor for this chick. So all we know going on this, we have no idea what. Okay, she's wearing this onesie, and and then she's a low ranked person. So that's rather think that's what you're gonna do, because you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Because I
like
mean,
it was. Go ahead.
no, it's because I mean, you look at this person like you're the ones that that's just cloth. What's it gonna do to protect you against this viper? You just kind of judge her way too early in the game,
Right.
in a sense.
Yeah, that was one of my first thoughts too. Was like, if she doesn't like all this judgment, because she kind of hints that it annoys her that people underestimate her,
Hmm.
and then it's like, well, why are you low ranking? Then if you're a badass, why haven't you shown people
Right.
that? And then like why, if you don't like what people say about the suit, why do you wear the suit? Which later you see the suit, the power comes from her suit. Like she's able to do things because of the suit.
Yeah, and
So it
that's
all
what
it all kind of lines up in the end, but at first you're just like, this seems odd.
I know, right? And then what do you think about when they actually the boy's like she's like okay let me just go scout ahead let me check everything out, I'll report to the adventurers
Yeah, you
when
can
they
kind
get
of
back.
tell she was BSing.
I know,
She
she's
was
like,
like, "Yeah, I'll just go look and let you guys know what's going on over there, just so
right,
she can go kill the snake." Like that's how you know that she's awesome.
oh yeah,
Like, because you haven't seen it yet, and she looks kind of corny, but then when she's just that confident, she's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go kill this thing."
yeah, that's one key thing. And then one of the coolest things I thought was, because you just think of the bear, they start walking out, and then there's the kid says, Kai says, "Oh, my horse tired, you but won't be able to make it back." And then, so it's okay, I'll provide the travel. I was like, what you mean is she gonna ride on your back or something?
That's what I thought. I was like, she's gonna turn into a bear, and he's gonna ride on her. This is gonna be awesome.
I know. But yeah, and then it's like she like all of a sudden like just like pops open these the bear not pops open she comes up bears, but like she has those little mittens, one's a black bear and one's a
Yeah,
white bear, and then like she just go bloop, and she puts her arms out and bloop, and they're these like two
yeah.
huge like we're
Just
like almost,
summons these gigantic bears, but they're so cute. They're like wearing bow ties and shit.
yeah,
Like,
no, I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. I mean, it reminded me of I'm trying to think of like I love like were they like kind of like panda bearish kind of, oh no, like plush bears almost,
one,
right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, they were just like teddy bears.
Yeah, it
Like
was.
you can definitely tell that they're softies.
Oh no, right? They're that's really they were so cute looking. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going over this daggum cute show. But
And then
yeah,
the
it was.
bear's sad because the kid's gonna ride it because he wants her to ride him.
I know, and she's
He's
like,
just like, "Oh, I'm jealous now," and she's like, "I'll ride you back. It's okay."
oh man. And what do you think? Like, whenever they get to the village, what do you think? I mean, the father, the kid comes up to the door into his village, into his house, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I brought this bear girl over here," and the father's like, "What? You're gonna
Yeah,
help us?"
he was like, "Hey, this is someone from the Adventurers Guild. She's gonna help us."
Yep.
And he was like, "The girl in the bear costume? Like, really? This is who you got?"
I know it's like, and everybody's like just doubting her. And then she's like, whatever. She's pretty much had this attitude. Whatever. You can think whatever you want. I'll take care of this. It's okay. And there's like, I don't know. She's got that
Yeah.
built-in self
And
confidence,
then
and she knows she's
she's
gonna
like
take care of everything.
the super nicest person in the world because, like, on the way out, she's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, and if this thing takes me out, use me as a distraction and get out of town so that you guys save yourself." Like, you know,
Hmm.
like a selfless. She's almost too good,
I know.
a humble, selfless, and soon about to find out that she's a badass fighter too. Like,
Yeah, and the thing is, she's very compassionate and understanding to
uh,
why they're thinking of why they think she's so low powered. It's oh yeah, I'd
right?
be weirded out if I saw some person in this bear suit, you know, coming to my door and say, "Oh, I'm gonna help you out." I mean, she understands how ridiculous she looks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so crazy.
Such a weird dynamic, man. And then the next part just is still I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it.
Hmm.
Like the whole battle, the entire I mean, she comes into this gigantic black snake with like a dragon head, like it's freaking scary looking, it's huge.
Hmm.
And it starts kind of beating the crap out of her. Like nothing she's doing is working, and she's
Yep.
got like all these powers that are coming from the suit.
Hmm.
Magic didn't hurt it, and physical damage didn't hurt it.
Yeah.
And but the whole time she's still super confident. Like she never sways. She's just like, oh well, that didn't work. Let me do this real quick. And then she's like, oh, he thought he could hurt me, but he didn't know that my bear armor is awesome.
I know. What do you
She
think
just
about
never loses it.
Dude, what do you think about whenever now this she of course meets a viper, and we've realized that she also has those cool powers, man. Like you said, she has like she's throwing everything at him. Like she had like those bear, like what are those called, like not lasers but like holographic bears come out of her hand like fire, like, and she just trying to pummel with that.
Yeah,
And then oh yeah, also what did you think about this? It was like a 50-foot snake, black viper. He whacks her with his tail and she goes right into a big giant boulder. Like she goes inside the boulder. She just kind of comes up and just dusts her off.
yeah,
That was crazy. Like,
right.
what the heck?
It didn't affect her at all, dude.
And she's like, oh man, I would have hurt if I didn't have my bear onesie. I'm like, what?
Like it makes me wonder where the show's gonna go, like
Oh,
if this gigantic thing is the first boss that she fights and it's
I know.
super easy, like what else is she gonna go against in the show? Like,
I know, man. That's what I'm with you on that. I'm intrigued. Like, what else is she gonna run into? I mean, because that's supposedly like a high ranking or high level boss or monster, right?
yeah, like none of the other adventurers could handle it. She comes in with this bear suit and just pimps it out.
Yeah,
And then
it's
like the whole fight scene though, like I mean the fight scene was almost half of the episode, right? Like it was a long fight scene, which I love. That's what I want to see. I want to see these
mhm,
long drawn out dramatic battles.
yep.
But like it was super action packed, but the whole time the dialogue was so corny. Like everything that she said was just like the
Hmm.
corniest thing you've ever heard. Like
Yeah,
she says something about I don't know why you decided to make your nest here, but
yeah.
now I'm gonna evict you. Like
Yeah, no. Oh, that was
and then
such an
when
awesome
she does the
tagline.
bear punch, she's like, "Bear punch." This is like the corniest dialogue through this whole fight, but the fight was intense. Like it was,
It was.
visually it was amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, what do you think with the art style of this whole thing, man? Was it appeasing to you, or what you think about it?
It was a little annoying, like, it was a little old school for my taste, or
Hmm.
maybe not even old school, but, like, less effort into the, line drawings and stuff like that. Like, it felt kinda rough around the edges, which isn't a bad thing
Hmm.
necessarily. Like, some shows pull that off really well.
Hmm.
But then, like, the fight sequences were super good. It never had any of those, I hate in anime when they do, like, the pause fight scenes,
Hmm.
where you see, "Oh, I'm in this pose and I'm flying through the air with different colors, and he's in
Oh,
this pose," like, the freeze frames, and it didn't do that, which I
yeah.
like. I don't like those scenes, so visually, it was weird. It was kinda like the same dynamic, it's corny,
Mhm.
but it's also like dramatic and intense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of with you on that. I actually did though like the art style because one thing I really loved. I'm a sucker, and a lot of people are probably the same way. Like the anime eyes, the eyes. I loved how they did the eyes, especially with that like under like between what is this, the upper eye, I guess that lip of the eye,
Yeah.
upper eye. You just notice it's like it was all purple. Everybody had these like this purple hint. Not eyebrows, but whatever that is. I thought because that set off the different color eyes that everybody had. Like you had the boys, I think was blue. The followers, I think blue. Her eyes were like a reddish, I think color. I think it was some kind of auburnish, right? And then everybody else's eyes just like it popped. That color made their eyes pop, in my opinion. But I'm with you on
That's
the
awesome. Like,
lines.
I didn't even see that. Like, I'm gonna
Really?
rewatch it now
Oh
to
my
pay
gosh,
attention
dude!
to the eye colors because I didn't even notice it.
Really?
I just
Yeah.
noticed, like, the kinda, like, offset line drawings where some of the lines
Uh
intersect
huh.
and stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah, it
that's
was.
awesome.
It was. That's one thing I love. But I am with you in the lines. Though. The lines are like a little dull at the end. Like it wasn't crisp. I understand that one. That did kind of wish that was like I wish I had like a more outstanding what is it, kind of black outline or a black line? I forget what it's
Yeah.
called.
You
Inked,
know
I
what I
guess.
didn't pay attention to, and I wonder now? So, first of all, until you
Hmm.
said it, I never realized that she was in a gang, right? I remembered that scene where she
Hmm.
was laying on a bed in a
Oh yeah.
VR headsuit. I
Uh huh.
remembered seeing that when you said that, but before then, like, I never even connected that that's what was going on. But I didn't pay attention. I wonder if the art style is different in the real world where she's playing the game than it is in the actual game world.
Yeah.
I didn't pay enough attention during that scene to know, but that would actually be a really cool dynamic if they did like kind of the cartoony drawings inside the game and
Yeah.
then did cooler animation style outside.
Oh yeah. Totally. Um, with talking about since we're talking about the outworld here, so what did you think about the end piece where supposedly she is loaded or her grandfather's loaded and she's just like you know living in this apartment and the grandfather calls up and tries to get kind of tries to not blackmail her but was it a guilt trip her to go and see him. I'm like what, and then
Gonna
she's
I'm gonna have to confess something here because apparently I missed the end of the episode. I thought
really.
that the episode had ended, but it was when the villagers were saying goodbye
Oh
after she
yeah.
did the thing, so I must have missed the end of it. That's why I didn't understand the whole game thing. Crap. I'm gonna have to go back for real and watch the end.
You should see it, man. Because that part is what kind of triggers like, okay, well, what's going on here? Crap. No, now I don't even want to say anything too much about it, but you need to go look. That kind of sets
No, no,
off.
you're good, man. You
Um,
feel free to spoil if you need to.
so okay,
I am gonna go back and watch it,
okay,
like, actually now since we're getting here,
yeah,
like, this show had me from the beginning, man. Like, opening sequence, I was laughing, I felt intense, I felt,
yeah,
I felt sadness at the beginning of the episode.
yeah.
Like, just a great freaking episode of TV. Like, I can't wait to watch
I know
more of
that
it.
I'm the same way, man. It really caught me, and thanks for to the podcast listen to Feature Anime Podcast, which made my week great because they followed me on Twitter and they retweeted my stuff. That really made my week, man. That was pretty cool. Like one of my favorite podcasts I listen to. I listen to them all the time, and they did that. That's pretty sweet. And this is where I got where I thought about, man, that anime sounds amazing. I wanted to watch it and watch it with you and see get your thoughts about it because you haven't
Yeah.
watched too many episodes, too much of anime, and so man, this would be a great one probably for us to do. As you're an official, part of Will I Continue. Um, so with how you how we kind of like we're kind of going over it almost. I mean, it's kind of obvious, kind of what we're gonna think. So the drum roll is: would you continue?
Dude, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna watch more episodes. Like, that's where I was at with it. I was like, "Oh, man, this is good."
Dude, yeah, that surprised me, man. I was like, it kind of like there's a few other animes that have this. The ones that are like current that I can think of. Ones I remember watching, of course, that's similar to this is Sword Art Online, and then Rise of the Shield Hero. Those two are really good. I'm trying to think of another one that I've watched that's like in the VR MMO world. There's several animes like this, but those two are the really good ones that are really, that I would like you to try to, if you have time, to watch it. Um, but yeah, so will I continue? Most definitely. Oh my gosh, like I was sitting there watching it again today with my wife and my kids. I'm like, here, my wife was like, "Oh, that's pretty good." She thought it was a cute anime. She's like, she liked it. She wanted to watch more episodes of it. And my kids loved it too. So I was like, yeah. I said, my son was like, "I want to watch more." I can't. Why? I've got the show to do.
Dude, the
I
freaking
can't.
like as you were saying that the episode could
Uh-huh.
started continuing in the background on my computer. Like I heard the audio go off. I was like, what in the world is going on? So it's
Nice.
ready.
Oh
It's
my
ready
gosh.
for me.
Yeah, dude, it surprised me. I love the and I'm not gonna do it because right now my internet is going crazy, and I'm hoping that this is recording on OBS. But yeah, I mean, I wanted it like people to listen to the opening music and the end music, like even if people were following me on Twitter and stuff like that, and Instagram and my Discord. I'm actually gonna throw my Discord in here too. And if you want to, you can go ahead and throw your Discord as well. Um, but I mean, I love the music. So like, oh, it's so cute. I'm a.
Yeah, the music through the whole thing was good. Like the
Mhm.
fight scene had awesome
Oh
music.
yeah,
The music overall was just really good. But
yeah.
yeah, definitely some updates incoming in the future to the
Oh yeah.
stream for sure.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna try to fix my internet because I know it's going. That's what threw me off in the beginning a lot because I shouldn't do it and I did. Like I was checking my phone, I was like, oh crap, look at this, and I'm looking at OBS and it's like getting choppy. As oh my gosh, I want to fix my internet. I have to go through internet through something else, but or find another
Like,
program.
is it it may not be your internet too. It could be OBS settings.
I don't know. I might have to go with you on that and see if we can maybe adjust that. But it is what it is. First stream, I was trying to rush up
You
here to
know,
get his
it'll
stuff.
work or it won't work, and then next week will be better. Like,
I know. But but it's cool. Yeah. You always try to make a good impression in the first stream, but it is what it is. Technical difficulties. I'll probably figure out how to do the stream a little bit better. But yeah. Anywho, but
we'll get
yeah.
there, man.
Oh
It's not a
yeah.
big deal at all.
I'm OCD, man. I got to get this stuff right. It bothers me.
The first one's always the roughest one.
Oh man,
Gets better though.
yeah. Plus, I feel rusty, man. I haven't like streamed in God. I feel like
Yeah,
years.
it's been like I think it's been probably at least 3 or 4 months since I've streamed. Just
Hmm.
because I have so many internet issues that I can't right now. But Elon Musk is going to come through for me
Oh
in
yeah.
March. He says,
That's right. He's doing that internet. Where is he laying down lines, or he's using other lines or something like that, right?
no,
I forget what he's doing.
he's launched thousands of satellites over the last like 4 years.
Uh huh.
And so he's got these low orbit, they're suborbit satellites.
Oh.
So like they're closer.
Hmm.
So the ping on it, whereas like normal satellite internet, your ping would be at least like 250 milliseconds, if not more. His is hitting in like 10 milliseconds,
Yeah.
and normal speeds like 10 megabits a second, and he's getting 250
Oh wow.
megabits a second. So like people in rural areas are going to be able to actually get good internet.
Dude, that'd be amazing. Like I didn't think he was doing. I didn't know he was doing that. I thought he was gonna
Oh
just
yeah,
go either
dude.
like the Google approach where they're gonna like throw down some line and then here you go, use this, subscribe to us,
Yeah,
whatever.
I
Or
think
like,
that was his solution to the because I think Google was trying to hit that market. Like they wanted to do
hmm,
that, but then they got into it and realized how expensive it was going to be. It was just like it's just not worth it for
gotcha.
the amount of money we'll get back, which is why people in rural areas don't get good internet because it's expensive.
Makes
But
sense.
Elon was like, hey, instead of trying to run these millions of feet of lines of cable,
Uh huh.
why don't we just throw 1 billion satellites in the air? Because I have, you know, $35 billion to be able to do that with.
Is he still the
He's like,
richest
there you
man?
go, solution.
Is he still like the richest
Uh,
man or something like that?
I think somebody surpassed him a couple of
Okay.
weeks ago, like some
Okay.
stock dropped. Bitcoin,
Oh,
that's what it was. Bitcoin
Bitcoin.
stock dropped. Man,
Okay.
Zuckerberg took a hit this week too. That dude, like what did they lose? He lost $35 billion in a day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how bad Facebook stock did.
Oh gosh. Mm. And the whole metaverse thing stole me off. It makes it is what it is. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
shoot, man. I mean, if who would have thought? I mean, if you had that amount of money, like all of a sudden, like you lose billions and billions and billions of dollars, like it was like, and the next day it comes back up, and you just, oh, okay, this is pocket change. I mean, you think they could do
Hey,
that?
man, and, like, you gotta think, like, that $35 billion, it's not actual dollars out of his pocket, right? It's like stocks and whatever, so
Mm-hmm.
stocks can go up, stocks can go down,
That's true.
but, like, I mean, this dude in a day lost enough money to, like, feed to give everyone healthcare, you know what I mean?
That's true.
For probably 100 years, like,
Yeah, because there's what 8 billion or 9 billion or something like that, like actual human like people lives on Earth
yeah,
or
I
something
think we're
like
up to 8, yeah,
that.
which is lo it's weird because it was, like, 6 when I was in school. So my kids asked me the other day how many people are in the world, and I'm like, "Oh, 6 billion," and they're like, "No, it's 8."
Ooh.
I'm like, "Oh, excuse me, I haven't been in kindergarten for a while now."
Just a couple billion off pops.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, well, hope everybody enjoyed it. This concludes our Will I Continue episode. Streaming. I'm gonna throw the recording up on YouTube. The audio is also gonna be on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and I'm trying to get it possibly to Apple Podcasts. I don't think Apple Podcasts are on, is it? I don't. Did they change or something? Or with that note, I will end the podcast. And thank you everybody who comes out, who has came out and listened to the live stream. Like I said, it's going to go on podcasts like Spotify and Google and Anchor as well. So yeah, anywho, this is going to still be recording. Hope everybody has a great day.